Deep within a bleak and dismal swamp, hidden beneath its murky waters, lies the headquarters of the most sinister villains of all time. The Legion of Doom.
Hey!
Was that a flawless intro?
Sure. Let's see.
I didn't see any flaws.
Does everyone's
I saw-
I
audio
didn't
work?
accidentally
No
click
flaws.
it twice.
100%.
Was the right video?
Jake, are you talking? I can't hear you.
Okay, I'm not falling for that. The worst was when we interviewed comic book Trove from England, and I accidentally clicked that Speedy Gonzalez gif I made.
I see we already do
What's
have an
up?
error,
We got
though.
Zach.
Our error is Bunk's name is spelled incorrectly. It's Junk today. Junk Master J.
Oh,
name's
Junk
spelled?
Master J.
Yes.
I forgot in order to be on here, I gotta be a J.
You got to be a J. Yeah, Jen.
What about Bar? We have Bar. She's a B. J. We can be BJs. Wait, JBs. My mom's watching the stream. I think I can't make that joke.
And demonetized, stream taken down.
That's fine. We still
Okay,
haven't
the
hit
Brave
that
and the
goal
Thick
anyway.
Boys. You know what's going with that. What overlay I'm going to show right now. Thick Boy Jordan.
Infinity thick boy.
I need to redo that photo. I have
Did
no
you
access
buy
to an
it?
Infinity Gauntlet. No. I have no access to an Infinity Gauntlet.
Hey, we got Nick. He's on Instagram as the Web of Omnibuses. He posts he'll the coolest shots of omnibuses. Like he goes out of the library, takes them off the bookshelf, something I would never do, and he just it's like an aesthetic ass photo of an omnibus. I love it. He goes the extra mile.
Is that Death Water or Death Wish or what is it called? Oh no, it's Dr. Pepper.
I mean, if you drink enough of it, it will kill you. So, I mean, in some ways, that's death water.
It starts with the teeth. Oh, actually, I didn't talk about it. Look who has merch. Wow, I finally didn't cheap out and I bought it.
So,
yeah.
What are we doing here today, guys?
Guys, we are celebrating our 100th video. And we are being interviewed by the amazing, the world famous Bunkmaster Beyond Comics. You know, we wanted to flip the script. We've done a lot of interviews, and I was like, you know what would sound nice? Not having to do the prep work and make the questions and research the person, ask questions that are, because when you're an interviewer, you really want the person to go, that's a really good question I haven't been asked before. Because that's the feeling of when a waiter says, oh, that's a good order. Nothing feels better than that. So,
I just told you
and I told Jordan, I was like, Jordan, is this a good idea? And he's like, means we don't have to think of a topic for the video. And he's like, I'm in.
Yeah. Dude, Jake just said, hey, can you show up on this day at this live stream? And I went, okay. So that's about how much input I've given. Ben can attest.
You mean to this video or the whole channel?
No, this video.
Still to this day, my single favorite line from any Brave and the Boys video was when you guys were talking about Shazam, and Jake, you were like, man, how fun it would it be after Jordan said Shazam, you're like, if you just got struck by lightning now, and Jordan's like, if I got turned into Captain Marvel, and you're like, and you got turned into a host who tried harder. It just that just got me right then.
Destroyed.
Should we clip that so we can just throw it into videos at random?
Yeah, I want to clip that, and I want to clip Jess with Mionor, and where she goes, smash that like button.
Okay, so I was thinking of doing that, but I want to ask her permission first that I could just throw her into the end of every video.
Yeah, feel free. Oh, every video. Oof.
Yeah.
We gotta think about that. It's got to be worth it. But yes, I'm down. Heck yeah, we got 9 people watching. We got Mark.
Woo!
What's up?
Hey.
Before we get started, guys, we just want to give a shout out, like Jordan said. We do have Redbubble merch. So I know a couple of you have bought mugs. Today, my mom bought a t-shirt, which was awesome. Shouts out to her if she's watching. And we also want to give a shout out to Organic Price Books, our sponsor. So if you're buying 1 or 2 books, you can save $2 with the code Braveboys. Or if you're buying 3 or more books, you can use the code Braveboyssit. So Organic Price Books is really cool. One of the things we're going to be doing today is giving away a gift card. And when I told JP, the owner, he was like, dude, I'm going to match it. So we actually have 2 gift cards to give away today, courtesy of the people at Organic Price Books.
Yeah. And they're worth $50, right? I think. Jake?
Yes. There'll be 2 $50 gift cards, and we'll be giving away a t-shirt. So I'm excited. Whenever you guys want to do that. So basically you use this link right here. And then if they comment hashtag TBAT, the Brave and the Boys 100, then we can do a little drawing, and it's smart enough to not let the same person win multiple times. So
Cool.
I've never done that before.
So I just type in TBAT into the comments real quick, or
Well, you don't count.
drawing? Oh, that's not fun.
Hey, my girlfriend better win the OPB gift card though.
Do I count?
I mean,
yeah, fuck it. You can count. I don't care. Let's do it.
No, OPB is JP is super cool people. I've told you guys before, I wouldn't be making the terrible videos I make without him. He's been super generous. He's been such a positive part of the comic scene. So happy you guys are pairing with him and that you have this going on. So this is a cool opportunity. Everybody get out those comments. TABATB 100.
I think you gotta say I think you gotta, just to be clear, you gotta say hashtag TBAT 100 in order to be entered.
Yeah, just
the man
like
wants to get
that.
What if we win?
I think you draw again at that point.
Yeah.
I mean, actually, that would be a pretty cool thing. Hey, JP, we won, so can you just give us an extra gift card? And yeah, there are worse plans.
Let's put it this way: because we're still such a small channel, there's like 9-10 people in here. That's a 2. That's a 1 in 5 chance to win a $50 gift card.
The math checks out.
Wait, but
like
I'm confused.
I can do statistics.
If 10 people are watching, why do we only have 2 likes on the video?
That's a great question. I don't know.
You gotta smash that like button. I should have clipped Jess with the hammer. Okay, so you have some questions for us. I'm excited, man. I've never been on this side of the interview.
Well, that works out perfectly because I've never been on this side of anything before. So we're all new at this together. By the way, for anyone who doesn't know me, what it do, comic babies? I'm Bunkmaster B. I'm a moderator over on Near Mint Condition on both the channel and the Discord. I occasionally make bad YouTube videos, and for some reason, these guys seem to like me. And I came up with some videos. So over the next however long this goes, I've got some questions that I want to ask these guys that I came up with. We got some of our friends in the community. We got some people from the Near Mint Condition Discord. We got some people from just the general, the Brave and the Boys community sent me some questions. And of course, if you guys have some questions on here, we'll cycle those in through. But I'm hoping that we get to really get an intimate look at these brave boys, find out what makes them boys, what makes them brave. And maybe we'll all just learn something along the way.
I don't think I could show what makes me boy, but okay.
I said we'll learn. I didn't say we'll.
I was telling him today I love his outro, his video, because he's always like, you guys have been awesome. And I'm like, external validation? The thing I've been searching for my whole life.
Hey, you guys have not been awesome. You guys have been amazing.
Heck yeah.
I've
He's
been
like, why did YouTube Analytics said this 3-second portion was replayed 100 times?
That just reminds me of a few years ago when between us,
the 3 of us.
Oh, I've got a foot on each of you.
Oh yeah.
Yes, he's no. Bunk literally has a foot on me. He's 6'6". He's a friggin' oak tree. I'm 5'6".
Oh, so he only has 11 inches on me. I'll always do the ongoing joke that I'm taller than Jake. I mean, truth that I'm taller than Jake.
I mean,
it's just like sometimes he'd wear these combat boots.
The tallest boy.
The tallest boy. I think he's tall enough to be a man.
No. It's a height requirement, actually. That's what makes us boys.
The brave and the men.
The
all right,
brave and the man.
I love as much jibber jabber as much as the next person, but we are here to celebrate our friends, Jake and Jordan, with their 100 videos. So, first question. I got to ask. Guys, 100 episodes in. How are you feeling? Like, how does that hit you hearing this is 100 videos that you guys have made for the internet? What does that mean?
Jake, take it away, Mr. I've put out most of the content on this channel.
Sorry, I'm checking the giveaway thing really fast. Okay, there we go.
Okay, I'll answer then. It's crazy to me still that people come back and watch the channel. Mostly, I'm gonna attest it to Jake because, in all fairness, he puts out the most amount of content. I'm more behind the scenes, aka behind the camera. But I think it's crazy that people actually want to watch us, and that we have people right now in our live stream commenting, and it's not just because of the gift card.
It is counting shorts. We accidentally hit 100 videos and we were like, cancel it, we're not doing it anymore. And I was like, wait, I can just delete a really bad short that like nobody ever watched. So it is counting shorts but
those are the lost episodes now.
Right? We're like a streaming service that got greedy. You can't find it anywhere unless, you know what, New Spooey probably recorded it and has it on VHS.
If anybody does, it's New Spooey. That's for sure.
But okay, so Jordan was like, he didn't even seem jazzed about this idea. He was like, I mean, are we talking videos or shorts? And I was like, I know you don't make them, but those shorts are a process. There's script. First, there's the idea. I make like 20 ideas for shorts. And then, so there's like an overarching category, like overpowered characters, stories under 60 seconds. And then I do the scripting. And then I find the photos, and then I have to size the photos, and then I put them in the video. I do the recording, then I have to chop out all the dead airspace, get it under 60 seconds, and then do little motion effects. But they take effort. But yeah, it's counting shorts, you know. So
yeah,
I got so defensive there.
I know. I was gonna say it's just Jake defending how we counted this video.
Wait. Did Run Me Through mean is he talking about me and Jordan like we're the shorts in comparison?
Yes.
I like Nick's comment. He's a library edition. The rest of us are just compendiums.
I mean, along with the bunk names, I think I'm putting that on my resume. That's like my header. The library edition in a world of compendiums.
Wow. You know how to twist that just right.
I was like at work and my coworker walked by and saw the George Costanza body with your oversized head. And he's like, what are you doing? And I'm like, dude, it's going to be so hard to explain to you. I got to show you like 17 memes that lead up to it. But I liked at one point, we have our group chat of us and our girlfriends, and they were giving out ideas. They were like, do this one. Now do the Thanos with the booty.
Yeah.
So, you know, it's a team. It takes a village to make a bunk post.
Of course, mine were the sexual ones, which were Omni-Man and Thanos. It was my girlfriend Isabel's, whose was George Costanza's. So
I mean, Divine Bunkspiration is still like that one gives me some tinglies inside, and like that's my face on it.
I feel like I need to pull them up to show them for a second, but the Thanos booty. When I tried to upload it,
you do not need that again.
Yes, when I tried to upload it to Redbubble to make a clock, it said this doesn't pass Redbubble's integrity filter. So I had to crop out. So now it's Thanos with some hip, but you know.
It's not as fun.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, for Jake, I just gotta say, like, for anyone getting defensive about or like trying to say it's just shorts, like, regardless if it's shorts or anything like that, you made 100 things. Like, do you know how many 100 is and how hard it is to make things? Like, make a plan about a thing you want to make and then try and make 100 of them. You will probably stop really quickly before 100. So the fact that you made 100 anythings, much less videos that are edited with a theme and whatnot, like, major props to you guys. Like, there's no, it's only shorts. Like, that's a big deal. Like, take a victory lap, guys. Like, give yourself this one.
Thank you. It is weird because like the shorts market is so different, and but the thing is, you have to like, even though the short viewer is different, it has to be in your niche enough to where they will stick around and not just become a subscriber that will never watch your medium or your long form content. but
Mhm.
it is crazy because like you kind of just like at first it was like we were just doing our live streams and just talking and shooting the shit. And I give Jordan credit for that because I put no work into the channel. Jordan edited every video. Jordan uploaded every video. He did all of that work. I'd be like, why isn't the video uploaded yet? You know, because I'm like the one weird freak in the world who actually likes watching his own content. Like I remember one time my girlfriend walked in and she caught me watching my videos alone in the dark, which I think is a discussion for another day.
That's the slam down the laptop. I
Yeah,
was just
she's
watching
like,
porn.
what are you doing? I was like,
swear
porn.
it's
Yeah,
porn.
something else. Yeah,
Yeah.
but it once we came because we took about a year off.
Yeah.
And we came back with a couple of really just intensely strong creator interviews or like you know, YouTube comic book creator interviews. And then when we started making the solo stuff, I was like, I didn't realize how good it feels to create something. Like you take nothing and then something exists now that didn't exist before. And not only is it weird to do, but it changes your experiencing of watching other content because now like it was something that Comic Tropes said that like really stuck with me was he said, when you're talking about comics, they're a static thing. So you have to find a way to add motion into it. And that like change. I was like, oh my God, every time I'm watching a video of comic books, like the picture is moving or it's enlarging or something like that. And I realized all of that stuff is planned and like you got to go into it with a plan, you know? So I think it's crazy. We made 100 things for how critical I am of myself. You know what I mean?
The only thing I want to take credit for, and it's because it might drive Jake a little crazy, I was the first to post a solo video. Like my own independent video. It's no longer on the channel anymore. It has been delisted because I did not like the quality of it coming back. But yeah.
Well,
I was
yeah, it was what was it again? It was you talking about Earth 3 or something?
Wow. Batman Earth 1. You can watch the new version of it right there. I don't know. I'm gonna go back and add it to this stream, but yeah.
Okay, that is a pet peeve, a little picadillo of mine about YouTube is that I somehow turned the setting off on my mobile device where it doesn't show the little links in the corner. So I always gaslit myself into thinking that those links aren't working. That's it. That's just my random thought.
No, I get it every time that I'm watching one of your videos and you say, yeah, you can click here and nothing pops up. Like when I was watching the when you were talking about your most important books and it was like, yeah, you know, here's Bunkmaster's video. It's going to show up right here. I'm like, there's nothing there.
But it does. I do the setting correctly. If when I play it on my thing, it shows, but it doesn't show on. I think mobile doesn't. It doesn't show on mobile. Like I don't know. But everyone's always like my friend Olga texted me. She's like, hey, your things aren't showing up. And I'm like, I'm doing it correctly. I don't know why they don't show up 99% of the time.
Yeah.
So you've got a thing for watching your own videos and gaslighting yourself. All right.
Yeah,
By the end of this, we are going to know some very specific Jake kinks, and I'm here for that.
The deep psychology of Jacob Jordan Spencer.
So
should we give away our first prize? Should we give away a t-shirt right now? See if it's working.
I mean, we're 18 minutes in. What else are we gonna do?
We got eight. Okay, guys, we're ready. Everyone, last chance. This is the first prize. We're gonna give away a t-shirt, and if you don't win, you have a chance of winning not one, but you have a chance of winning a gift card. You have 2 chances of winning a gift card. So before I draw it, last chance, guys. Put hashtag TBAT100.
Tabataba.
Tabat. Okay, let's do it. Let's draw.
Wish we had a better acronym. Oh,
it's gonna be us. It's gonna be us.
Oh. It better not be Jess.
Hey!
Hey!
Nice
job, Vince.
Vince
Jess
Bayless.
doesn't wear her Brave and the Boys tights.
It's because they're not Robin tights.
Awesome.
So go ahead and send me a private message on Instagram, Twitter, Facebook, YouTube, however you have us, and I'll give you a couple of shirt designs, and we shall send you a shirt.
Nice. First winner of the night.
Great job. I mean, I would argue that everyone who is here watching this is in fact a winner from this riveting interview that they're getting. I would say that Vince has and value add on top of that, but we're all winners here, guys. We're all having fun.
And my content is so good, it's like it clothes everybody. So everybody's going home with a shirt.
You all came into
Okay,
this
Oprah.
stream naked with your soul.
Yes.
You've now
And
been
now you
clothed
are
with
clothed.
content.
I think I need to go for tonight, guys.
All right, that's been the interview, guys.
Woo! Let's get out of here.
All right, so we've talked a little bit, kind of going from there, about how the Brave and the Boys all started because you guys used to work together. And by the way, hit me with that Best Buy home theater department.
Yeah.
Oh, I forgot you worked there too, right? Or did you not work there?
Me? No. I'm saying, like,
okay.
give me your jingle. Like, when people would ask you, where do you guys work? What was that little jingle you guys did?
The jingle.
I don't think we had. Okay, we didn't have a jingle, but one time we were at like this store at our college, like this organic farmer store, and this lady was like, "Where do you guys work?" And in unison, we said, "Best Buy home theater."
Buy.
Ready?
Yeah.
Ready, Jordan. Let's do it. Ready,
Okay.
Jordan?
Yeah.
Best Buy. Best
No,
Buy. Say it with me.
All right,
Alright,
I think I'm free. I don't have it. I don't have it in my soul anymore because I'm free. Jordan still
Nailed
works there. He's still in.
I
hell.
still work there, but I'm a fucking auto tech now. It's weird not being on sales floor.
But so anyway, if you're here, you've probably heard at least once or twice the origin story about how you guys used to work together. You guys found each other, you started talking about comics, and then Jake, when you mysteriously stopped working there, you guys missed those conversations and just started kind of talking about you went from talking at work to sort of talking regularly. Can you kind of just give like the 30-second recap on that, but then really talk about the nascence of the Brave and the Boys, when you guys went from just kind of talking together about comics to being like, hey, let's make a thing and put it out there? Like, where did that idea come from? And who was the one that kind of came with it? Who ran with it? What does that look like?
I think we had talked about it before, like how because we would have these long talks, and I feel like every male at one point in his life like says something like, we should start a band, or we should open a bar, or we should start a podcast. It's just something like that. Like I think men say, and then it sucked not working there. Basically, long story short, I told a coworker to chill the fuck out, and I guess I got fired for that because that wasn't Best Buy's language policy.
Listen, let's put it this way:
Super Smash Bros. Super important.
By the way,
Jake was already on thin ice.
Nick you're like putting it exactly how it should be.
When the boys became brave.
Yeah,
that's a good one.
So it's funny because we were FaceTiming one time, and we were Zooming or something, talking about stuff. And halfway through the conversation, I go, "Oh my God, this should be the show. Let's record." And I clicked record. So our very first episode, which you have people like run me through who's gone back to the catalog and watched the origins, look at those key issues. Yeah. We don't have an intro. We have no plan. It starts, I think, in the middle of a sentence.
Oh yeah.
And it was great. But like, I think for me, I have a tendency of wanting to do every hobby and never sticking with it. So I told myself, because I'd like buy hiking boots and then never go hiking. I told myself, if we do 5 episodes or 5 videos, I will buy a podcasting mic. And we did 5, and I bought it, and now we've done 95 more.
Yeah. If I had to attribute someone with the idea of who said, let's do a podcast, I'm pretty sure it was Jake. I've never really been the person to kind of put myself on the internet. Like if you go on my Instagram, I don't think it's been updated for like years. I don't really post anything, but my biggest thing, mansplaining, starting a YouTube channel. That's a good one. My biggest thing is Jake and I were friends, so comics just kind of built up what our friendship. Yeah, fuck off.
Maybe colleagues.
You just got fired from Best Buy. Sorry, Jordan.
Listen, Jake was on thin ice before what he did. Before
I had this great knack for like, I would take my 15 at the beginning and end of my lunch, so I would just be in. And so people would come in to start their lunch. I had already been in there for a while. They would take their whole lunch, and then they'd give me a weird look, and they would leave. I'd be like, okay, I should probably start winding down for my break soon,
Yeah.
But like, what I would do is I would like make a fat sale, and then I would go take an hour and a half break, So And once I got them to put Smash Bros in the break room, I was in there the entire time.
Oh yeah. So it was definitely Jake's idea, probably. But like, what should we do? Or we should do a podcast about it. And of course, it had to be comic books. We were already deeply invested into comics at that point. So yeah, it's just started picking up. Especially, I think COVID was the biggest thing. Like, we weren't talking as much. And when we did talk,
we couldn't see each other at all because of just like,
Yeah.
literally COVID. And it's like, it kind of like bums you out when, I mean, a lot of us here on the online community don't have anyone in our real life to talk about comics with. And that's a bummer feeling. So we seek out online communities. Me and Jordan didn't really know these communities really existed and built our own, and then joined the overarching online community.
Yeah. So
Nice.
it's just,
hey,
been
happy
growing
Mr.
ever
Dave.
since.
Thank you for watching.
And I just have to say real quick, Jake, I have heard you talk about that hiking boot story a number of times. As someone who grew up in Vermont and lived in Denver for the last 10 years and has spent my entire life hiking, that's a terrible example. You know what you need for to go hiking? A mountain. That's it. You just walk.
Yeah.
Sounds
Find
about
a
right.
mountain,
And
do
that's
that.
that's just one thing. I can't even tell you how many times I've gotten into a hobby and like I just, oh my God, I into it, and like that's why now I have to be very patient, because like when I buy film stuff or I buy something for the channel, like I really want to make sure it's impactful, but like I remember I was like, I'm gonna get into cooking, let me buy like a $100 like kitchen knife or cooking knife that I don't even, and like the whetstone so I can sharpen the knife, and I'm like, no, you should just start cooking. You know what I mean? Like you don't need anything to start anything. Like you just got to make something, and get out there and make it.
That's, I think, where Jake and I are very similar, because I've had my hobbies, like getting into computers. I've been liking computers since I was like a teenager. I finally built my own last year, but now I'm like, who cares about computers? I can just use it to edit my videos, and that's about it. Or like guitars, you can never see them, but like I have 4 guitars in my room. I can play like 2 songs, and that's about it. So
Wait, you're saying that you
Yeah.
guys go hard into your hobbies? That's so.
I know,
weird.
right?
I don't think anyone out there can like has any kind of experience with that. I think you guys are probably pretty unique in that.
In all fairness, I think comics is the one that I've stuck to the longest out of anything.
So I took a little bit of a break when I moved. So after I got out of a long relationship and moved back into my parents' house, most of my stuff was in storage. And we weren't doing a lot of it. And I started dating Jess, and I started spending a lot of time at her house away from my house. We couldn't really do the channel because at the time I had a desktop, not a laptop. But I never saved money during that time because I was just like, oh my God, let me buy her every lounge flyer or everything that she wants. And then now that switched back into my omnibus budget. But oh my God, I totally just like circumvented that love of books into like buying stuff for her in the beginning because I didn't have access to my books or my home, So, but I'm glad I'm back in comics, and I hope never to leave again.
All right, awesome. So the first Brave and the Boys video went up April 22nd, 2021, which was a little more than 2 years ago, if you guys can believe it. So
Wow.
We've seen a lot of changes with the show, first and foremost of which is the channel dropping the word podcast in the title. Because for those that don't know, you guys used to be the Brave and the Boys podcast. And then when you started making separate videos, you dropped it. And now you're just the Brave and the Boys. So thinking back to those early days, how do you see the channel being different from where you were? Like, how have you guys grown from that? But what also do you think you still carry through from those plucky, intrepid days when you were just 2 guys mansplaining to the internet what comics were mid-sentence and getting your video shut down because you're showing arse face on stream?
That was a fun one.
Hey, good question. That was a great question.
That was a great question.
Thank you. I'm glad I ordered the steak.
Yeah. I mean, I think I was the one that visioned what the channel would be kind of now. Since I wanted to do independent videos towards the beginning. I think it was after episode like 8 that I did my own video. Although the planning on it and writing scripts and production value was completely different from what it is now. But I knew I wanted to do it where I would just have independent videos where Jake and I talk about one subject versus how we would do our podcast, which was just let's just talk about comics. So I kind of envisioned, or I was hoping the channel would come this way eventually, or we would at least hit like a certain, how do I say, like
groove momentum.
Groove. Thank you. A certain groove that we would start following. And then I think it started with the podcasts in particular. Like Jake was starting to structure them more, and we had certain topics or certain book that we would read before we do it, and that kind of just built into what it is now.
I think for me is I'm someone that's kind of very much like I rule my life by structured obsession. So when we first started the podcast, it was very much like it wasn't something that I was obsessed about, but it was like just hanging out with a buddy. It was like going to a bar, or like I had a lot of stuff going on in my life. My life was transitioning. Basically my whole life got blown up, and I didn't have a lot going on. So it was just, I was like, oh my God, I got to see my friend, And then through the course of time, I built up a new life and built up a better foundation. And then I got to a point where I was like, hey, like I have time now. I have structure now. I can start creating more. And I think at the beginning, the thing that I realized I was missing was that like I go back to our early episodes sometimes, and because I love watching my own content. And like I missed when we would just have fun and we were laughing and telling a story. And I think there was a middle period where I got a little too structured and I wasn't really being myself. So it's learning how to like be obsessed and give it my all and create something, but also don't lose sight of the fact that at the end of the day, I'm hanging out with my best friend, and that's all it ever has to be,
Yeah, and I think the comic-storian was a really good sort of transition point for that, because you guys had the Sal interview at that point. Like you guys had been like doubling your sub numbers, and I think you guys were kind of like sticking to a script and be like, oh, we're serious interviewers there. And comic-storian, I think, is like one of the videos that kind of put the fun back in it, at least as a viewer, where it's like, oh shoot, like we can talk to these guys and we can have a structured conversation, but we can also just like laugh and have fun and like put that joy back in it. So I'm really glad to hear that, like, you guys are saying that like maybe at some point like it was a little too focused, and that joy has come back in. So
yeah, definitely. And I think the biggest thing with the Sal interview was I was nervous for that one. Like I knew it was going to be fun, and I get to talk to someone that I in a sense idolize, because I see him more as a celebrity than like a YouTuber, because I just grew up with him, watching him. So the nerves were definitely high on that one. It was fun though.
Yeah, I mean, it was still a great chat, but it was like, I don't know. I think like that energy of just like two friends hanging out, there was definitely a little bit of a shift that went on where it was like, you guys, I think for like a little bit, it was like, okay, we're going to be like serious informers of comic book knowledge. We're going to get to the heart of this. We're going to be comic reporters. And then like, when you guys are like, oh, we can still do that kind of thing, but like laugh and have fun and kind of put that same joy back into it, just is what I've seen as a viewer.
Oh, I think if I'm going to get introspective about it for a second, is like it was easy when no one was watching to be ourselves and just have fun. And then once we started getting our first, taste of people watching, interviews went from being something that was fun for us and kind of became a crutch. I remember thinking one time Jordan asked me, he was like, hey, like, when are we going to do just a solo live stream? And I was like, and I told myself, like, why would anyone want to watch that? And I think getting people on was a crutch, sticking to the interview questions. I remember, I might've said this to you guys before, but like I was emailing Chris from Comic Tropes the other day, and I told him that like in that interview, there was we start out with the interview, and then we got to a point where he was like, hey guys, like, we don't have to do the interview anymore. We can just talk about comics. And I felt like imposter syndrome for a small portion of my time doing this. And I was like afraid to be myself and just talk comics, because this guy's like an expert, he could teach a college course on it. And I realized that sucks. Like, I'm doing this for fun. None of this matters. If I did a video and one person watched, I wouldn't stop making videos. I have to just be myself and have fun. So I think we've taken a little bit of a pause from doing those interviews, and I'm excited to see when they do start up again, like, them be a much more truer version of them,
Yeah. Nice.
Yeah.
Also, happy
So-
Mr. Dave. Go ahead and caption the comment hashtag TBAT100 to be entered for the next winning. So make it look like this, or anybody else that's watching who haven't commented yet.
Cool.
So again, kind of talking about sort of where the channel, has, where it's gone, where it's been. I think one of the biggest success metrics, at least from the outside looking in, that you guys have hit right now is getting that affiliate code with OPB and earning enough for that for some free books that if you go back and you watch the I let my girlfriend open my haul where Jess opens your books, like we actually get to see those first free books from OPB. So
Actually,
how did JP...
none of our free books have come in yet. Those books were paid.
Oh.
Yeah.
He was supposed to have put a check for $1 in there that I was going to frame. So I don't know if you guys can tell. There was a part of me that was like disappointed opening that last box and being like,
Yeah.
I thought there was going to be something else in there. But then like I tried to hide it through editing. I was so sad that the check for what, I guess he was joking, but I was like, I wanted to frame it, But our first free book will be Invincible #2. And he was nice enough to throw in an extra copy for Jordan. So I used some of our commission because we do earn a small commission. And because he asked us, because we bought Deadpool and Cable, and he asked us if we would do a review of it for an overview for organic price books. And I was like, okay, next time throw in a free copy for my co-host, as a joke. And he was like, oh, of course, man. So sometime this month will be the opening of our first free book, and it'll be 2 copies of Invincible #2.
Yep.
And then
didn't mean to throw off your question. I'm so sorry.
No.
Also, Tyler, they have to be separate comments. Otherwise, the software can't tell.
Yeah, I mean, I appreciate you, Tyler, pointing out that I am here because you're right. This is Bunkmaster B. Now, when you get that Invincible Compendium 2, Jordan, are you ever going to release Jake's copy of Invincible Compendium back to him, or are you still going to hold it hostage?
Okay, no. So, Jake, whip it out.
What? No. Do not do that. No,
my mom is watching.
Jake knows what I'm talking about.
Okay, no. So I wanted this cover, but I hunt the damage section of IST, which you shouldn't ever buy a book from IST. You should always go to organic price books.
Oh, shut up. We shop from everywhere. Just OPP's one of our favorites.
So I wasn't going to buy this book. I really wanted it. I had the soft covers. And finally, Jess was like, if you can sell your soft covers, you can buy the hard covers. And that day I found a copy. It was a damage section for like $30. So I bought it, but it wasn't the cover I wanted. So when Jordan decided to buy it, I was like, he said he was nice enough to say, hey, I'll buy the cover you want and we can trade, even though he paid full price for it. But he had the audacity to take my book that day. He just strolled out like it was his book. It was no trade. It was just, you'll get yours when you get yours.
Yeah, which was 3 days later.
Oh.
So my copy, Jake's old copy, is up on that bookshelf, which is my 3rd bookshelf that I have now for comics.
Which you can go take a look at that in the Jordan Hall video, or Jordan My Collection tour. That's linked there.
Or there.
Except it never works, so it'll never be linked there.
Yeah. So, but just finishing up on JP, how did that whole relationship happen? So how did JP reach out to you guys in the first place? And like, walk me through that moment when you guys find out we're on the other side of that hashtag SpawnCon wall. We are getting paid to make videos, or rather to sell things to people who watch our videos.
Jake, take it away.
So ever since we started, I've had the audacity to shoot my shot. So the interviews have happened because I reached out with enthusiasm and love and support. And I reached out to JP. So I reached out to In-Stock Trades, never heard back, but they don't even email you back when your book never arrives or your book's damaged, Cheap graphic novels I don't like as much as the other websites, so I really didn't want to be affiliated with them as much. No offense if they ever want to affiliate with us, but it wasn't really my thing. OPB was amazing.
Now they won't.
I know, right? I reached out to them on customer service, and they sent me back an email. He was like, "Hey man, add me on Facebook. It's way easier to talk." And I was actually a little disappointed at first because I got a text from OmniDog and he was like, "Oh, JP said you were going to interview him." And I was like, "Oh no, like I was trying to get an affiliate or a link or something like that, you know?" Because for me, that just like that feels so validating and feels like so official, you know, even if we never made an affiliate penny, you know what I mean? It feels cool to say. But then he reached out to me on Facebook and was like, "Dude, like, we'll get you all set up with an affiliate link. And then do you want to join a group chat called the Jabronis with like other comic book content creators?" And I'm like, "Yeah." So like, it really not only did it open up a door for that affiliate side, it opened me up to a more, I don't want to like a fun club of other YouTube creators that I can like get advice from. So I remember one time I edited a video wrong and I was like, "Guys, help, whoever uses Premiere, help me fix this," you know? And actually it was BJ Kicks who helped me fix my editing issue. So shouts out to Comics Are Dope. So it really
What up, Kicks?
makes us feel official. So it was really cool. And then I don't know what it was. Our first week, I was just bombarded. Every 5 seconds was an affiliate email. And I was like, "Oh my God, is this our life now?" And then now it's like one every 2 weeks or something, like $2 or something. But so I'm making pennies now. But that first week, it was like, I don't know what happened, but we were just, I couldn't go 2 seconds without an email being like, "Here's $3, here's $5, blah, 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 blah." So that first week when I didn't get anything, I was like, "Did I do something wrong?" And then I realized something must have been different that first week. But again, I don't do it for the money. It just makes me feel official.
Speaking about OPB real quick, should I call it at 45? We should do the drawing for our second giveaway.
Okay. Yeah.
Cool.
So everybody, go ahead and leave. Go whatever you need to for the next 3.5 minutes. Come on back later.
Also, put in your drawings if you haven't now.
Yeah.
TBAT 100, like Jake, show it.
Hashtag TBAT 100, like this.
Hashtag TBAT 100 in order to get your name into the drawing. We have still 2 more drawings, one at 45, one whenever we decide, for a $50 Organic Price Books gift card.
Yeah. I want to highlight his comment from Mark LePage. I think it's really cool. So he's saying, "What drew me to you guys was feeling like you two represented the community. So when you interviewed Sal, it felt like we were interviewing him, but the normal Hamo streams are my favorite." That's so cool to hear, man. Like I said, there was a point when I was like, I thought people were watching us for the creator, but then it dawned on me, they could just watch that creator. They're watching us because they like us and the creator, you know? So I missed the Hangout streams. We're going to do more. I think we're going to do more of them. You know,
should do more
now that we're back. Yeah, we should do more of them. It's just hard because like the algorithm is like a tricky little thing. And like, once we started doing solo videos, our live streams just like never took off, you know, but it's like, we do those ones are for us, you know, and if people connect with them, that's awesome, you know?
Yeah.
Sorry, I don't mean to be on my phone, but I just saw Tyler made a comment that the Celtics won.
Yeah.
I left the game at halftime. I'm a big Celtics fan. That I did that for you guys. I left at halftime so I could prep for this. So I had not seen the final. So Tyler, I appreciate you, buddy. I know you don't appreciate that result, but I appreciate you letting me know. Miami is still going to win the series. I do not have faith that the Celtics are coming back, but I appreciate that it's going to Game 6.
And then Mark LePage had a great option for us, which is second channel.
Ooh, what would we name it?
The return of the Brave and the Boys. Brave and the Boys.
Okay, Val.
I thought it was funny. Strikes again.
What about Old Man Brave and the Boys?
It's a good one.
What a very specific moment in time where every single title was Old Man X, and then it never went away. I mean, why not just go Ultimate the Brave and the Boys if we're doing that same thing there?
The last night, Brave and the Boys.
The Brave and the Boys who laugh.
Oh,
Brave and speaking of which, final week for that giveaway, you can be like OmniDog or BJ Kicks and get a free copy of the deluxe Deluxe Batman Who Laughs. Go comment hashtag Segway Queen on this video.
Wait, I thought it was
what about
this video.
It might be
what about
that
the
one.
Brave and
That's
what
it.
about the Brave and the Boys rebirth? I feel like that fits us.
I liked the
Dude.
new Brave and the Boys.
Uncanny Brave and the Boys? No? Not
All
for
new,
anybody?
all
I haven't
different
even-
Brave and the
oh,
Boys?
I've never even opened an X-Men omnibus.
Wow.
By the way, guys, it's time. We give
Oh,
away.
It's time.
It is.
We've
It is
given away
time.
that gift card.
Okay, guys, you guys ready? Draw
Yeah.
again.
Oh, I
I
saw
love how
our
my
chat.
girlfriend's
there.
trying to.
Dude, she needs the second deluxe edition.
Tyler!
Tyler, this is your payment for making our logo.
Yeah.
I would say you could buy Power Rangers Deluxe, but you got them all, buddy. Great job, man.
Nice.
Oh man.
But yes, just needs
Don't
the
worry,
second.
guys. There's
deluxe
one more gift
of
card
Killing Children.
later today.
Mm-hmm.
At a time to be decided later.
When it feels
So,
right.
I want to switch it up a little bit. I've been asking you guys some questions, but now we're gonna get a few questions from some other people before I get back. And our first one comes from Fire Guy Ryan. If you guys didn't check out, go ahead, check out the interview with Fire Guy Ryan and Comic Tom right here on the Brave and the Boys. You can find it right down there.
That's the bane of my existence. I'm so triggered of that.
Which, by the way, I actually have an update on that. I was talking to Ben. Whatnot is going to be pushing the release date back a little bit on Crashdown. So it's still coming, but they want to do like a full media feature. So it's looking like it's not going to be July.
Okay.
They are the Fire Guy Ryan is one of the writers of the upcoming Crashdown. And in that spirit, he wants to know, hey, Brave Boys, if you guys wrote a comic, what would it be about?
Jake, do you have any ideas what I think, or do you need time as well? Okay.
So yeah, you can go. You go first.
Well, I was thinking, I would definitely do more like a slice of life kind of comic. Although those aren't my favorite ones to read or mangas to read, just I feel like it fits kind of my vibe. I'd probably do a autobiographical. I don't remember the exact term for it. On just life experiences that I've gone through. At least for me, I don't know. I wouldn't be as fun. It would be more like, hey, here's stuff that's happened to me in my short existence on this world so far. I don't know. Not an exciting answer, but I think that's what I would do.
I mean, I think
yeah,
Mark
I
is
feel like it would get
picking up
really
on your vibe
raunchy.
there.
Yeah. Comic about Best Buy, yeah. That
Well,
would be fun.
And I think you just add in your experience as a therapist there, and so it's like you're working the sales floor, but actually it just turns into like you getting down deep into these people's lives, and it's just like
me going.
But they
to
still
the
buy the
ER.
TV. He has these really deep moments with the person. They learn about themselves, and he's like, and if you get the credit card, 2 years, no interest. It's less than $30 a month, which is less than $1 a day. For less than 1 cup of coffee a day, you can get this TV. And they're like, okay, I'll take it. And you're like, okay, what about this? $1.50 a day? Now you get the sound bar.
Oh.
See, I was thinking it was more the other way. It's like you have them like make these like really dark realizations about themselves, and they're like,
Yes.
I feel like you need to explain this for a second.
Oh my god.
If you're allowed to. I don't know if you're allowed to. If we
Comic book.
can't touch on it, we don't have to.
I won't. Not on live stream.
Okay. Shouts out to the comic book report.
yeah,
Go
everybody
check
check
out
out
his video.
Dominic if you have not already. Dominic makes some awesome stuff.
The thing about Dominic is I think I put out a lot of content, and there's 2 of us, but Jesus, I feel like every day Comic Book Report is dropping a new awesome video like crazy. Like he makes me feel like I'm not doing enough for my channel.
Well, he's also got like the most amazing delivery style. Welcome back to the Comic Book Report. Today, we're getting real deep into what are the best 10 omnibus for new viewers. Just like every time. I'm
I-
like,
he
okay. I
inspired
would like
me.
to know what those are.
He's so good. He inspired me a lot because he'll do these quick shorts of like 10 Batman books or 5 whatever books. So he like inspired me to start taking shorts seriously. So I made a short, like I tried to do it in his style a little bit, where it was like 5 Marvel Omnis, and it would like kind of zoom in a little bit. And I guess I didn't think that every person was like, put some books that are in print, dude. I got like yelled off it was like one of my worst performing shorts ever. And I was like, okay, I guess that's not my thing.
I remember because it was
of God.
Wasn't it just the 5 videos that you highlighted in the 5 omnis for new Marvel viewers or readers?
No, this was actually before that. So
Nice.
maybe it was actually, but I included like Miracle Man. So it was some different books. So this one was a solo thing. Like I included like a Darth Vader omnibus because like I didn't include any Star Wars ones because as soon as I finish one more book, I hope to do a video on top 5 Star Wars omnis where I can bust out my Rebel pilot helmet, which I'm excited about. But shouts out to Drock Steady Reviews. Everyone go follow his channel and his Instagram. I felt so honored because he asked me a DC question. He was like, hey, I have a question about like DC, like figured you would know. And I was like, I do know the answer. Because he showed off a new Tiny Onion Tinian series. And I'm like, how many friggin' series does Tinian write? Like he's got like 15 series going on at all times. Yeah. They're all fantastic.
Hey, what up, New Spooey? We talked about you earlier in the show.
We did.
He referenced that some of our, because I had to delete a short to make this our 100th video because I miscounted, and I was like, don't worry, New Spooey has a VCR recording of it for his second channel of old deleted Brave and the Boys episodes,
where he's got like 10,000 subs. I mean, really, like
Jesus, how?
I should be interviewing Spooey right now. I don't know what I'm doing here talking to you guys.
See you, Bunk. You have a good one.
All right, later.
Bye.
By the way, Jake, I'm not letting you off the hook. What is the comic you're making? Because we heard about Jordan's Slice of Life, Best by, buying all the stuff that they don't need to fill the void in their hole that Jordan kind of alerts them to.
Filling holes.
All right.
Remember, my mom's watching. So when I was younger, I didn't really have a lot of like friends growing up. I mean, I guess I still don't, but I have quality, which matters.
I'm here.
But I would ride my scooter around my backyard for like hours, and like I would imagine like entire worlds. I have some of it written down, but like the core concept was, I was really into the TV show Heroes. Heroes was a big impact on my love of superheroes because season 1 of the NBC Hero show was so awesome. I got a Heroes tattoo, this little thing right here. And then the writer's strike happened and Heroes became like the worst show I've ever seen. And I learned never get a tattoo until the show is done.
I still like the beginning of season 2.
I mean, dude, like
go back in time to Japan.
What about when he leaves his girlfriend in an alternate timeline and then she's never back on the show? He just left her in like an alternate dystopian future. Or like the whole like
I'm saying like you have to look at it like in that little thing, because it's the same way with Friday Night Lights. Like season 2, it just like it happened. You move on from the storylines and you take it for what it is. The writer's strike
are brutal. Also, for our new viewers, make sure to comment hashtag the Brave and the Boys 100 to be entered to win our last Organic Price Books $50 gift card.
Actually, it's just the Brave and the 100. You forgot the second B, so it's just T-Bat, the Brave and the 100.
Okay, you know what? I try my hardest. Look, I even made this and I forgot to use it. Ready? I'm gonna show you guys right now. Giveaway.
Hey, giveaway. No, we're not giving Bunk away.
Organic Price Books. Okay. But the core concept, the thing I loved about Heroes was that the main character, Peter Petrelli, didn't have a power of his own, but he could absorb the powers of or copy the powers of the people that he was in contact with. And I thought that was a very cool concept because one, it allows you to slowly power creep and find a way to combine powers that would be used in different ways. So I like the idea of superhero comics. I also like the idea of like someone from like the real world being transported to like a medieval world. So I think, I don't know. I have ideas. I should really write more. I always wanted to be a writer when I grew up, but I didn't have an Adderall prescription growing up, so I had trouble actually writing. But I really like the idea of a main character who can absorb powers of other people.
Okay. Now about that, how do you feel about guys like Absorbing Man? How do you feel about Taskmaster? Like, are you drawn to other characters who have a kind of component about that?
So there was a character in Heroes like Taskmaster. She saw someone like cutting a tomato and like she cut it perfectly. I was less into like the idea of copying a skill and more of like the person who could have like every power, what? Oh my gosh. I don't know. I love powerful characters, but I like it when the story is written into a way of like where even though they're the most powerful character, they're not overpowered in terms of the story. They have to like do something that like they have to, you know what I mean? So I don't know.
Okay. So Jordan, you're doing slice of life. Jake, you're doing a very specific power set superhero book.
Yes.
Okay.
I wanted to shout out Paul Fernando. I definitely think he's one of the first people that subscribed to the channel. He's one, maybe two. Paul, are you available for Carfi? That's all I had to say for him. Thank you, Paul. That was it. It's an inside joke.
I laugh. I have no idea what that means.
Yeah, no.
It's because like no one would go help in the Carfi section, and then like we'd be close to the Carfi section, but we would never go over there. It's like that meme of Simba that is the Dark Lands, never go over there, Like that was what that area was.
Yeah. So no matter who or what, it was always Paul to Carfi. And then it became me. So and now I work down there.
So our next viewer submitted question is coming from longtime viewer Zach, and I believe a buddy of yours in real life, if I'm not mistaken, or if he's
still he's just an online friend.
Well, yes, I'm gonna say he is not a real life friend yet. Zach, it's gonna happen. I'm speaking it into existence.
Zach, also in case you haven't, post that comment without the B because I suck at spelling. But hey, Zach and me are Eskimo mug brothers. We have the same mug.
Don't like that. Don't
not
like
even
that.
I have that mug.
Nope.
Oh, nope. Sick.
But Zach submitted what is probably my favorite question, and for this one, I want you guys to look at each other where you think you guys are on stream. So, yep, okay, Jordan, you're looking the right way. Jake, I need you to look I need you to look over so it looks to us like you other way. Look the other way. Look the other way.
Oh,
there you go.
It's
okay.
mirrored. It's mirrored.
Yeah. So it looks like you guys are looking at each other. Jake and Jordan, what are your favorite things about each other?
Aww. Jake's persistence to get things done with or without Adderall. He's very focused. He's not a one-track mind, but like he starts something, he gets it done. At least for the channel.
I like Jordan because I know I'm a lot of craziness. I'm a lot of energy. My Jess just texted me, turn your head, you butt. Okay, I'm looking at Jordan. That's weird. Okay. Jordan is able
thanks, Jess,
to deal with crazy people very, very well. And he's able to deal with me. He put a lot of work into this channel when I did nothing. So I'm just repaying the favor now, He's okay allowing me to get most of the credit because he knows I need it more than him. He doesn't need the validation. But no, Jordan is just honestly that he's
Jordan's
the nicest
Superman,
guy.
You're Batman in
yes,
Up in the Sky.
Yes, in the words of Up in the Sky, Superman would let me win in a fight because it means more to me. But no, Jordan is honestly, he's the nicest guy. He's my best friend. He's always been there for me. Like he is very dependable when like push comes to shove, you know.
Oh, Jake's was way nicer than mine. Mine was more channel related. I do like Jake as a person. Otherwise, I wouldn't.
I hope
still
so.
be here. Yeah, he is funny. Sometimes he may take the joke one step too far, but I think that's what makes him great. Is that he pushes boundaries, and that goes for anything that he does.
Art, like a bunk meme, has to push boundaries.
It does, which you can see our bunk memes right here. Jake, put it on screen. Hurry, the Thanos one.
I'm pulling them up.
Oh, well, that'll take a minute. But yeah. Oh, that was a cute question. I love it.
Well, I think we all would love to see you guys do a trust fall after that beautiful moment. So, Jordan, if you could look at Jake and hold your arms out, Jake, if you can fall into Jordan's waiting hands, that would be
other way.
Oh, other way. Okay, so it's a trust fall. So I need you to just get up and fall, and Jordan is going to be there to catch you.
Yeah, that's how that works.
I'm actually, you guys know I'm the person that will actually fall on the ground to be funny, right?
Yeah,
I don't think we want that.
It takes it one step too far. Okay, so
Nick is actually hitting us with our first question from the chat. So while you you are getting these works of art, these beauties going, I want to know, because Nick wants to know, what are your top 3 favorite characters?
Ooh. Do I be unique or do I be generic?
I mean, we already know one of them's Batman. Like, you can't back down on that one.
Yeah, I mean, I would say close to a third of my collection is Batman. What is Jake doing? Is he scrolling through them? We're demonetized now, Jake. You show the Thanos one.
You can also show this photo.
Let's take that off screen, please. Please. Thank you.
It's off. Showing off the Brave and the Boy shirt. Okay. Favorite characters: Batman, Nightwing, and Superman. If I'm being generic, if I'm trying to be unique, I really like Animal Man. I love Jonathan Kent when he's a kid. I love Swamp Thing, and I really like.
That's a lot more than 3.
Okay, so Batman, Superman, and Nightwing.
Okay. Batman, Hellboy.
By the way, Heck Boy, please. There are children watching.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Heckies. Hecky Head Boy. Marv from Sin City.
All right. I like it.
That's one I've never heard you mention him before.
Dude, I love Sin City. I have the big damn Sin City right over there.
Do you like reading that? I keep wondering.
No, I hate reading it.
That's what I've heard.
It's annoying to read it that way, but it looks cool as fuck on a shelf.
Yeah, and that's what I'm kind of thinking about with that new Hellboy Monster Edition that's coming out. Is just like, it's, the idea is amazing, and I love the idea, but like the actual application of trying to read it seems super impractical.
Yeah, definitely, because having that thing on a desk, like minimum, you need a desk. You can't lap read that thing, and then flipping through the pages just for the book to try to do this to you on the last third. Yeah, it's not fun. Those cool kid points, nice. Glad I got something.
Is Final Crisis the biggest one of the biggest omnibuses, or?
I think it's one of them.
Largest book you each own, dimension or
I think Final Crisis is also one of the largest letdowns. So I mean, there's also that there. Gotcha, Grant Morrison. Take that.
Ooh. Got you.
Largest physically, I know are my. Ooh, no, I was gonna say Umbrella Academy and Big Damn Sin City, but I think my absolutes are physically bigger, like taller.
I think if you stack all 6 of my Sandman absolutes, that's the biggest. They're all leaving me. Favorite childhood video game. Okay, so I love Fable and Knights of the Old Republic. Any game where you can be good or evil, and I would just be as evil as possible.
I wanted to play real quick. This interview isn't about me, but if we're talking about big books,
I want that book so bad.
I told you to buy that book.
I did.
Okay.
I didn't buy it, and now it's way more money than it used to be.
For those that were curious, an absolute edition is slightly bigger than a deluxe edition from Dark Horse.
That book looks so cool. Dude, did I ever tell you the price?
This is an absolute right there. So.
Oh, that was with the slipcase though. Without slipcase,
Okay,
it's the same.
I'm gonna try to buy that book soon. Did I ever tell you the price I got me and Jordan that Green Arrow absolute for?
I think so. I got mine for 30.
I got mine for. I got 2 copies for 10 each.
Nice. That's like my what I do. Green Arrow quiver I got from Ollie's for like 12, and I got Superman Up in the Sky for I think like 17.
Oh, I forgot you Ollie's people.
I know.
It's way better in theory than it is in execution. You only hear about the like big successes. You never hear about the 15 times you go and all they have are Xenoscope books.
Here's a book I've never shown on the channel. I have Umbrella Academy.
Library edition. Nice. Again, I feel kinship as a library edition myself.
I love having library editions. They're so nice.
By the way, Jake, when you say that Fable is one of your favorite childhood games, it makes me die a little bit inside.
He actually means The Wolf Among Us is his favorite childhood game.
I love The Wolf Among Us so much, but again, that makes me die hearing it's a childhood game.
I know. I'm sorry.
No, it's fine. I'm just very old and dying. So
I feel like Jess is gonna like me less when he found out that I gave away my first free T-shirt to Omar today instead of him.
He will never be on the channel now ever again because you said that. Dude, I squashed my beef with Jess. You just created more.
Jess, I'll get you a T-shirt too eventually.
Maybe, Jess, where are our T-shirts? Where are the ones
I made T-shirts on our channel and on my Redbubble, but I took them off. You know, we'll do it. We'll sell the bunk memes. We'll sell some Jess T-shirts someday. But you know, Jess, next time you have a big anniversary coming up, I'll get you a T-shirt. If only you know, let me know if you have a big anniversary coming up this weekend to celebrate.
By the way, Zach, yes, Green Arrow absolutes. This is absolute Kevin Smith Green Arrow. It's got quiver, and then this is honestly the best absolute Green Arrow. This is Green Arrow, Green Lantern by Neil Adams and Denny O'Neil.
You jackbooted Nazi! Will we get demonetized if I say jackbooted?
I mean,
if the other things I've said tonight haven't been demonetized, nah, I think we're good.
By the way, we're finally getting some comments from the chat, so let's head back to that. Well, Tyler is saying, what would you all like to do more with the channel? This also does not go to Bunk. Sorry, Tyler, I'm the interviewer here, so there's the one out. You can get at me later, and I'd be happy to talk about it. But today we're doing the victory lap for the Brave and the Boys, so this is not about me.
I think I don't do. I know I don't do enough individual book reviews, and I feel like I do a lot of like, these are the books to read in this order, or these are 5 books to start. And because I found it's so much easier to talk a little bit about 10 books or a little bit about 5 books than it is to talk about one book for like 13 minutes. So I definitely need to practice that more. So I'm gonna make a video on Something Is Killing the Children, and I'm gonna make a video on the Ice Cream Man Sunday edition, which I just saw them solicit the Sunday edition number 2, volume 2 today.
It makes me so happy, Jake, that some of the best performing shorts you guys have been doing have been your Ice Cream Man content, which is amazing to me. I love that series so much. Normally, you can actually see an original page from Ice Cream Man over my shoulder. I took it down because the glare is super heavy, but you can't really. I love Ice Cream Man so much. I've got a few original pages, but it's not a super popular comic. So the fact that like your few shorts have actually not total, but your shorts on them have have done really well. Makes me really happy.
Yeah,
Mhm.
dude. Like I got one that got like 4,000 views or 5,000 views on Instagram. I think it's because Ice Cream Man lends itself to, since it's the one-off. You know what I mean? Like
Mhm.
it's really hard to like fit in a whole book into 60 seconds.
Mhm.
And it's also sometimes not enough to fit one issue into 60 seconds. But with Ice Cream Man, it's a full like one-off story that's really unique. And they have done amazing. So I'm really happy. I think also what's cool is that it taps into the algorithm on horror people who might not watch comic book stuff, but it's a horror
Yeah.
story that they could watch. So it does really well because of that. And it makes me happy. I really like it. I didn't want to do like every Ice Cream Man story ever because I think people would get burnt out on that. But I really wanted to do the ones that I really personally connected with.
Mhm.
Now, which Ice Cream Man story was Grayson's favorite?
Neapolitan.
He actually, his favorite comic book is the Sandman one of the
A
Dream of Cats. You know,
Yeah,
Oh, that is his favorite. Oh, he's so
That's-
cute.
that's a great issue.
Definitely.
I really want to do one where it's like the one where it's like the previous world with them and their uncle. I feel like, but it's also like that's so much like not a lot of meat and potatoes happens in that story, so I haven't really known how to make it fit. The Neapolitan one was interesting. I love though how like every time there's one little mistake in my short, Bunk like highlights in on it and just destroys it.
Yeah. Your
I-
idea of teddy bears are weird.
But again, I literally do that just because I
know.
I see all these likes, and I'm like, I'm gonna feed that hashtag engagement, and I'm gonna do a comment down there.
Yes.
But that's the price of my comment, is just like, you get a comment for the machine, but it's gonna pick at every single nit.
Yes.
So to answer your question, the different sites have different lengths. So a short can be 60 seconds, a reel can be 90 seconds, and a TikTok can be up to like 10 minutes. But I don't have the time or the inclination to make different content for each site. So I keep all my stuff at 60 seconds. And then kind of what I found is that the sites want you to use their video editor. So I'll edit the video on Premiere, export it without background audio, and then I'll add the background audio separate into each app. So the algorithm sees me making it in their app. Because what you don't want to do is make your short, download it, and then post it to another site. And you get that little logo of like TikTok or short because the algorithm knows that you made it and you're repurposing content from another one. So there is kind of a game to it because like it's almost like, I don't know how to use anything that's not a drug example, but like shorts are a fleeting high because you make the short, you post it, and in 30-40 minutes, I'll have like 1,500 views, and then it's done and never gets another view. And it's weird to put so much effort into something. Like I'll spend like 20-30 minutes making a short, and I have 10 to 20 minutes for it to be shown to people, and then it never gets looked at again, you know? So it is weird. I've been experimenting. I put a lot more effort than normal into my Something Is Killing the Children short. Like I added sound effects and like Foley noises, and it got the same views as my previous ones. Then I was like, okay, let me see if I scale down and put less effort into my next short. So I did Crisis on Infinite Earths, and I wasn't like exact on which photo was showing, you know what I mean? Like it was just kind of randomly threw them in, and it got like 200 views, which is like incredibly low. So there's a fine level of effort that I can put into shorts to where I still see results. And then there's, you know what I mean? But I don't have to go as crazy as I put into some shorts, if that makes any sense.
Despite your octopus teddy bear thing, I thought you did an awesome job on that Something Is Killing the Children one. Like that little creepy music box thing that you had going, like kind of just running through the general premise. I thought that was really good.
And I tried really hard on that one to not spoil the ending of anything. You know what I mean? So sometimes I'll do the full story, but with that being more of an ongoing series, I didn't want to spoil any kind of ending.
Dude, I had to pee so bad right now. I went, it's time. And I'm back.
Zach, I'm a marketing major, so I literally do marketing stuff for my job, And the YouTube experience is how I gain firsthand knowledge on stuff. Because, like, for me, I don't care about making money, but I love watching growth on the channel and trying to learn the algorithm and learn what works, what doesn't. So for me, it's all just like experience.
So with that, I think we've been talking about other people long enough. I think it's time to make this back about me.
That's
And,
right.
you know, we've let other people have their thing, but damn it, I want to get back to me. So,
Okay.
Jordan, this next
Yes.
question is for you.
Woo!
So, longtime viewers, we all know that your first, you know, not necessarily comic, but the, you know, the one that you kind of point to is
Mhm.
Deadpool by Daniel Way.
Yes.
Can you tell me why Daniel Way's Deadpool is the definitive Deadpool run and the greatest that has happened?
And while you do it, I want you to look in the eyes of this poor little Deadpool omnibus and tell it why it's not good enough.
Oh,
I
I can do the same. Wait, no, never mind. My Deadpool omnibuses are supporting my camera, so I can't. Never mind. Pretend I'm holding a Deadpool Classics.
Okay. So, oh my goodness. I have my thoughts on Cable and Deadpool, which I will share for the video later. Deadpool by Daniel Way. So it was picked at random. And if you watched my video talking about it right there, you will see why. Basically, short story is I was a big fan of the Deadpool video game. I wanted to read a comic book, decided Deadpool would be a good starting point, especially because the comedy was really clicking with me on the game.
These are facts.
Yeah. Hello. Those are load-bearing Deadpool.
Is he talking about bunk memes? Yes.
I'm the one on the bottom. Yeah.
I thought I was
So
the
Either
bottom.
on my OnlyFans, which, you know, either way, I'm happy to meet a fan.
Brave and the Boys OnlyFans? So
Oh no, the Bunk OnlyFans.
Bunk OnlyFans. How am I not subscribed? So
I'm just as surprised as you are.
It was at random that it was Daniel Way. My intention wasn't to like seek him out in particular, which luckily my girlfriend Isabel bought me the other 3 books down the line. In my opinion, it's actually fun at times. I know people have their opinions, in particular Jess, which I like the comedy in it. I think it is funny, especially bringing in characters that I wasn't really experienced with. So it's my first introduction to them. Like, I'm trying to remember the guy from Hydra. I'm blanking out on his name. I'll remember it later.
Oh,
Hydra
Steve Rogers.
Steve Rogers. Hydra Steve sounds about right. And it has some iconic art that if you look up Deadpool right now, it'll probably come up with images from that book in particular. So
I've learned not to Google photos of disfigured humans live on live streams.
No, you haven't learned. I learned because I have to fix them. Actually, not anymore. You fixed your own now. So,
except I don't do the I don't do the effect right, so Jordan's address shows for a few seconds.
No.
And on that day, Jake did dox himself and gave his address to the entire internet.
Just what do you mean? I brought up Daniel Way to you, and you're like, ugh. His run on Deadpool?
I think Jess just became my Jess's favorite person because someone on Facebook was selling the Shadowlands omnibus and the Marvel Knights omnibus, and he was going to give me about like cover price for them. And I was like, Jess, should I buy this? He's like, no, they both suck. And I was like, okay, I guess I won't buy them. And she's like, yes, he saved money.
So Jake, you're up next. So one of the things that you've talked quite a bit about how you love being in the comics community is the general positivity and the lack of gatekeeping, which is great because there's a lot of that too. But you're in like a particular subset. I feel like it's going to
go into smoking meats.
So running that back, I want to know what is the secret to perfect brisket bark, and then between brisket, pork shoulder, and ribs, which one is Marvel, which one is DC, and which one is indie?
Ooh.
Okay, so brisket was the one thing that I could never master, or not master, but I could never even do average. And what's hard about brisket is it's very expensive. So like if you don't do it right, you waste a lot. Ribs and pulled pork are way more forgiving. So that would be like that exquisite like Fantagraphics book, you know what I mean? That's like really expensive and you don't really know if it's going to be good or not, and I'd probably buy the wrong one. It's more elite. There we go.
There you go.
Pulled pork was my favorite, and it's so dependable and reliable. So that's going to be DC. Pulled pork I got really good at, and it's just like so much more forgiving. And ribs people love, and I sometimes enjoy them, but it's not always my favorite. So maybe that's going to be more like Marvel, because people love. I learned how to make ribs because I would be making pulled pork for myself, and I would cook ribs on the side for other people as well. Ribs are a lot like faster, and like you kind of just want to keep them wet, you know. I don't know how that ties into books, but you want to be spraying them with the apple cider vinegar consistently.
Everyone, do not make your omnis wet. Do not expose your omnis to water. Don't listen to Jake. Even if they're Marvel omnis, they do not want to be wet.
No. I
think I'm gonna buy that tonight with an OPB gift card that's not being given away. But I think I'm gonna buy it. I'm not super into books without color, but I think I'm gonna do it.
Oh, you don't? Yeah, I forgot you don't read manga.
I do have the Usagi box set, and I got mine from Organic Price Books, the best place to buy your books. Use code Braveboys to save $2 off your order, and Braveboyssit to save 5% off your order of 3 books or more.
Heck yeah. I loved it when in my unboxing with my girlfriend video, when she was like, she remembered the catchphrase because I say it so often. That made me very happy.
Smash that like button. What?
I have to give OmniDog credit for that. That was his idea for the video. I was like, I think I asked in the Jabroni's chat. I was like, yo, like, how do I make this video different? And he goes, do it with your girlfriend. And I was like, heck yeah, I'm going to steal that. So shouts out to OmniDog's Vault for that video idea and for saving me some dosh. New Spooey, I have a gift card that'll cover like over half of that book. So I think I'm going to buy it. I think I'm going to buy Usagi. I don't really like books without color. So that's the only thing holding me back. Shout out to Omni Nation Comics. Go check him out. He's awesome. Thank you for the support.
Nobody loves injustice more than Day Day. By the way, I have to say that Jake, your smoked meat, that was a throwaway question that you answered pretty perfectly. So like,
yeah,
I gotta give you a little golf clap on that.
I was impressed as well.
So
Jake's really good at bullshitting.
So I gotta ask, if you're a pulled pork guy, are you a sauce guy? Are you smoking it and then are you tossing it with a sauce, or are you saying like my pork stands on its own? And are you a coleslaw on the pulled pork guy?
I can answer this for him. He's I'm slamming that sauce all over that pulled pork with no coleslaw on it.
There we go. Jordan knows me.
Okay,
that's it. I've eaten his pulled pork. It's delicious.
There you go.
Yeah.
How are my ribs? Have you eaten my ribs?
No, I don't think I've eaten your ribs.
Okay.
Make me your ribs.
Are you boiling them first?
I don't have. I have to get my dad has an extra smoker. He said I could have, but I don't have a smoker anymore. But
as long as you're not boiling your ribs first, your ribs are great.
See, the thing about ribs is people think they want it to where they slide the bone out and it comes out. You don't want it. That's overcooked. You want it to almost completely fall off the bone. That's a little ribs thing that, you know. And I like anything with peanut butter in it. Like if it's like a Reese's peanut butter ice cream, that's what I love.
Dude, I can't. I want to click the comment, but I can't click it.
Mom, don't watch this comment.
I was avoiding it intentionally.
Yes, clip that. I've eaten his pulled pork. Don't forget to remove the dust jacket before you boil it. Hey, yeah, Nation's a fan.
Make those. He's a fan of Injustice. He's saying.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, Day loves Injustice, man. Just like you ever having a bad day, just go put on one of his videos talking about Injustice, and just like that positivity and love just like washes over you. Like you cannot be sad while you watch Day talk about Injustice.
So I finally bought this because I had a Target gift card, so it was free. And I only bought it because of the spine. I have no desire to read it. Maybe you can send me a message, man, and sell me on it. I heard nothing but mediocre things about it. So, start a good channel, guys. What?
Wow.
Nick's
You mean us?
wrestling heel turn right there. This whole time he's been positive and supportive, and then in the middle right there.
boys and the
okay, this is his idea. The
briskets.
boys and the brisket. That's our second channel. It'll just be me grilling meats. Me smoking meats.
I mean, if you're grilling your brisket, that's why it's bad. Don't
Yeah.
grill your brisket.
You know what?
Most sort of
unconventional
food
thing-
channel.
Most
Oh.
unconventional thing to make in a smoker. You guys ready for it? Peach cobbler.
Okay.
Oh
I
yeah,
smoke
the
a mean
cobbler
peach
was
cobbler.
good. Yeah, it slabs. That's good.
So coming off of
Oh,
our
it
meat-
was food. Food. Okay, there we
That's
go.
why I was
Yeah.
saying food. Yeah.
I still love the idea of like Nick's heel turn. Like this whole time, he's just been like trying to get in good with you guys. Like, oh, I'm such a big fan. I'm there, and then just in the middle, hey, why don't you guys start a good channel? Out.
Just a reminder for all of our new viewers: make sure to comment hashtag the Brave and the 100. It was supposed to be the Brave and the Boys 100, but I forgot the B because we have the B doing the interview. Is that a good save? No. Okay.
That's a good one.
Everyone
I like
catch-
that.
We're giving away a second $50 OPB gift card.
Nice.
So speaking of the other people here, I want to take it back to the chat once, or not the chat in this case, but I want to take it back to some of the questions that were submitted before. And next up, we got our boy, the uncanny Omar himself, and
Aw.
he's wondering. So obviously, you guys, a big moment in the channel was when you officially changed your channel name from the Brave and the Boys podcast to just the Brave and the Boys.
Mhm.
And so Omar is wondering if you could start over from the very beginning, what name would you have chosen for your channel in the first place? Would
my
you still be
goodness.
TBATB, or are you going to be something else?
Seeing how we have merch.
Well, this is you're going back in time and doing
yeah.
that, so it's not like you have this unsold merch you got to deal
I
with.
often think about like what I'm gonna rename the channel once I finally give Jordan the boot, you know?
Wow. You can buy me out of my shares.
No. I like
Do you guys have an equity agreement? By the way, I can drop a contract. We could do this
Ooh.
right here.
Lit-
I spent a lot of my life with contracts. Spent a lot of time with contracts.
I'll let you know, Bunk. I'll hit you up
I like,
after the
I like
show.
that. No one's got us excited about contracts. It's
Dude.
Jordan. Tell
Dude,
me
I'm
about those
all about the contracts. I just love
do you,
reading them after I sign them.
Do you have a force majeure clause in there? Oh,
Yeah.
oh, you do. Oh, mercy. Oh.
you guys are getting a little too weird. I need you guys to tone it down. Also,
what was the
Newsweek,
question?
just in case, you have to comment it with just hashtag the Brave and the 100. So don't add anything else onto it. But I really I think if it was a solo channel without Jordan, I would maybe incorporate my love for absolutes. I think there's a lot of like people with like comic book or omnibus in their name. I would throw maybe absolute into my name.
You should name
but-
it absolutely.
Okay.
No.
Because there is someone that has that. Shoot, I'll keep thinking. I don't know. I don't even know
sorry.
what the story is behind our name, but I think the Brave and the Boys just fits because like the Brave and the Bold is such an iconic term in comics, and I feel like it's only going to get more popular when the new Batman movie comes out.
Like
and that
Batman,
the new Tom
the
King
Brave and the
Batman,
Bold.
which I'm still waiting for my Brave and the Bold.
It's back
Absolute
there.
Comics,
I'll give it
Absolute
to you.
Comics, Absolute Briskets.
I mean,
Uh,
I'd also be into a slapping butts channel, slapping butts with Jake. About pork butts.
Yeah,
Yes, pork
yeah.
butts, pork butts.
By the way, Spooey, if you have some questions, go ahead and throw them in the chat. We'll definitely work them in.
Mhm. I don't know if listen, I'm not the as creative person in between the two of us. So naming wise, I would ponder it forever to the point where I don't make a channel because I can't create a name for it. So
The
It's like the
Super
character
Friends.
creation screen in Fable, just never getting
Can we
off
be-
I
it.
never get it.
Can we be
The
the Super Friends?
I don't think so. I believe that
think
name is
we
already
would get-
taken.
I-
I think that name was taken somewhere along the way.
We would get in a cease and assist immediately. No, we wouldn't, because no one would know about us.
I actually don't think I would, even if we could change our name if we didn't have merch. I still think we would be the Brave and the Boys. I like it. I think it fits, and
It's nice.
I just think it's like it's unique. You know, like I don't think there's going to be. I don't know. I like it. I think I'm like really like I'm like akin to it. Like I love it. You know. I don't know if I would ever
Mhm.
change it.
I like that. Stand by yourself. Don't let Omar tell you to change the name.
I wonder now if he didn't have to go from Near Mint Collective to Near Mint Condition, what his channel would have been called.
Ooh, that's a good question.
Well,
Yes.
For next time we interview him.
Yes.
Absolutely. 7 okay.
Nice. That would be my channel name.
So before we get into the utter nonsense questions, Torsten, another moderator on Near Mint Condition, wants to know how much time are you guys investing into the channel?
Oh,
Jordan, answer for me. How much time do you think I invest into this?
Jake, at absolute bare minimum a day, is thinking about the channel at probably around 10 hours. Is he actually investing in doing work for the channel? Probably around 6, because he gets to do it at work. And then we would create content after work or after I get off. So like,
I think it's just hard because like
yeah,
I'm a very, very sick person in that I can't be still. You guys saw what happens to my brain yesterday when I don't have a video to work on for the channel and I'm on my 2-week break from school, so I don't have homework, and it's
You get
been
memes.
slow at work.
Yeah.
I was making bunk memes. I made several, I made more than one thumbnail to give to DBZ stars. So next month for his bark box, there'll be a good thumbnail. I just like I have this incessant need to be building something or creating or making progress on something. And you got to think like there's thumbnail creation, there's chatting with the people that are in the Brave and the Boys community, there's responding to comments. I have never not responded to a comment except on shorts because fuck you, Bunk. But
Fair.
I have never not responded to a comment. I write scripts for all my videos except for the ones that have no script, which sounds most of my videos are fully scripted. They're like 10-page scripts that I really except for like the random unboxing video with no script. My other videos are meticulously scripted, and then I try to go off script as much as possible, so I'm not just reading. And then there's the short creation. Oftentimes I come out with like 4 to 5 shorts a week. So that's recording, finding photos. I asked Jess because I don't really know, because I'm never not doing something for the channel or for work or for school. I have to spend at least 20 hours a week on the channel, if not more, on even a week when I'm not doing much.
Yeah.
Just because, and I think that's even low. I know it's a sickness. Like I'm trying to learn how to give it my all without being obsessed. But like, if I'm not doing something for the channel, I'm thinking about how to make the channel better, or I'm thinking about what I want to do next. So
yeah, there are days where like first thing in the morning, I get a text into our mass group chat. We're at 500 subscribers. We're 2 subscribers away. Our videos at this point. I'm like, cool, because I'm getting updated because I'm busy. Like from the moment I wake up, I'm doing something till what time did I get on? Like 5 minutes before the stream, right? Like,
yeah,
I am always busy. I calculated because I could calculate how much time I put into something. because of my like schedule or like how precise I am. I calculated I could put into the channel, or I put into the channel roughly anywhere between 4 hours to 8 hours, depending on if I'm going over to record, if Jake and I are talking about things. So 48 hours a week. Jake's definitely putting in more into the channel now, but it's just I'm busy. I do things that are very like time sensitive, and it's annoying. But
That all sounds exhausting. I commend you guys. That's a lot more time.
Yeah,
I can't help it because I get so depressed having nothing to do. Like, I can play video games. Like, I got The Legend of Zelda. I can play in 15-minute, 20-minute increments. I can watch like one TV show or maybe like a movie a week. But like, other than that, like I try to fit in reading because like, and I try to separate my reading for the channel with my reading for myself. That's a very like severe line I try to draw. But other than that, like I have to constantly be building something and I don't know how to put in less effort, but I know I probably should. Like, but yeah, it's fun though. But it's all skills that I'm learning that I can then use at work, or I'm learning things that I can then have reference when I'm at school. You know what I mean? Like I just want to grow something, you know?
Yeah. I wish I could put in more time into the channel because this is definitely like my fun parts of the day. It's channel and spending time with Isabel. Like those are my half fun moments. So,
I mean, if you guys, you know, Jake, if you know you're looking for ways to not be bored and like have things to do, I would say having kids is a wonderful way to do that. Because trust me, you will always have something to do once that's there. Like you will never have a moment where it's like, huh, what should I be doing? It's like, oh yeah, making sure this human doesn't die.
I think we're good with cats for our life, and then if we get a house, maybe a dog. But like I commend every parent because oh my god, you guys are selfless, amazing people. Like I look at how I was as a son. I feel like my mom's gonna start crying if she's still watching. I was such a bad kid growing up. Like, oh my god, I did not deserve the love and the empathy and the understanding that I was given by my mom. I could never give that to somebody else. Like I don't have that in me. You know, but
dude, yeah.
Geez,
shout out
should be committed.
Shout out to parents. Shout out to great parents in particular, because I had that moment today. Weirdly enough, talking to one of the parents that I work with. I work with children with special needs, and she told me, she's like, I'm always doing something, and she ran down kind of like what she does in a day, and I was like, yeah, you're always doing something. You're always thinking about something. You always have to worry about something different. And she goes, I'm just so grateful that for 2 hours a day when you're here, I can take a break. And I went, wow. Like that it hit me. And I went, I should like go hug my mom right now. Cause like my mom was the same way or is the same way. So shout out to all the parents out there. But yeah, you're the best.
Cool. Well, on that really kind of like emotional and like insightful note, Josh Greathouse wants to know, would you rather fight one duck the size of an elephant or 50 elephants the size of a duck, and why? More importantly, Nanachi from the Near Mint Discord is following that up and wants to know, can I make friends with the 50 mini elephants? This sounds super cute.
Okay, so ducks are vicious. I rescued a duck, and not as a child. I was like 23. I named it Duck Boy because it sounded like fuck boy, and I thought that was funny. But the problem is I got the duck too old, so it never imprinted on me. Like I would take it swimming in the bathtub. I wasn't in the tub with the duck. But like,
dude, I knew you were 23. When did this happen?
Dude, go to my Instagram. You can see Duck Boy on there. Maybe I don't know. I still lived in my parents' house. It was pre my ex, but like, so I was maybe 21, 22. But yeah, I rescued a duck. They are vicious. They are mean. And one time I took it outside and it flew away and it never came back. You know,
Jake wasn't the right kind of parent.
I would beat the shit out of duck-sized elephants. I'd grab them by the trunks. First off, You got to take the ivory because otherwise you're just leaving money on the table.
That's what you said about the Wingstop burgers.
Yes, the other day we were trying to figure out what to eat, and we agreed on getting wings, and they had a bundle where you could get some Wingstop, you get like wings for $20 or whatever. And I was like, but they also have a BOGO order where if you buy one Wingstop sandwich, you get another one free. So leaving money on the then we ordered too much food.
I think duck-sized elephants would definitely be the way to go. Like, worst case scenario, I'm punting them. Best case scenario for the giant duck, what am I doing with all that? What's happening? Like,
So
and then to follow up the second part of that question, if anybody could make friends with those creatures, it would be him.
now here's the problem, though. In this scenario, you both have beaten up these 50 duck-sized elephants, and now you're leaving poor Dave to just like be friends with these wounded, terrible creatures. And
No. I let him go in first. And make them be friends till they drop their guard down.
So that's 50 duck-sized elephants and Dave's heart that you've now beat up.
Yes.
Say less. You're making me. Should we do the gift card now? I feel like we're dropping viewers like flies.
I was gonna say it's been like an hour since the last one. Get it?
I think it's time for the final winner of tonight.
Last chance, everyone. Put in your comment for the last gift card. Yeah. I should say.
And
one
by the way,
myself.
Spooey, I absolutely do remember Duckman. I think that was like around the same like era of the Dilbert cartoon. Just kind of that was a USA cartoon, I think.
Okay, we have 12 entries. Last chance, guys. Anybody else want to enter?
Can I enter?
There we go. Yeah, Jordan, you can enter, but we're going to just redraw it if you win.
Then it's not fun.
Again, Zach, don't put the B in. But if you have entered before, you have already entered. Torsten, did you enter? It is
hashtag TBAT100.
Again, new Spooey. No B. I fucked up. It's TBAT100.
Yeah, Mitch knows how it's going. TBAT100.
Oh, what up, Mitch? Dude, I feel so honored that all of these amazing comic book creators are watching, or comic book YouTube creators.
Also, Mitch, dude, hit me up. I've been wanting to talk to you. You're a really cool comic book creator, and I've been watching your content for a couple months. You could have seen my comments on some of your videos. Let's do a collab for the channels because you seem cool as fuck.
I remember when Jordan first discovered OmniBuddy, he was like, dude, look at his quality. And now I'm like, yo, I'm in a group chat with Mitch. We're trying to find the best bot for our Discord.
Yeah. So I'm like, hey, Jake, you should check out this channel. Check out this channel. He's really cool. And then Jake goes, yeah, I'll check it out. And then he texts me, he's like, hey, do you know this channel OmniBuddy? And I was like,
you've had a really cool comic creator here this whole time for like an hour and 42 minutes. But, it's fine.
Oh my God.
Stop it.
We're redrawing, right?
Whoa. Give Jess comics. Give Jess comics.
Okay, hold on. Guys, say in the chat below, do I let my girlfriend get the $50 gift card to buy herself books, or do we redraw?
With the stipulation that if Jess gets it, she is the only one who gets to spend it. You don't get to touch that gift card.
Correct.
Jess!
And I will validate.
No, I'm redrawing.
She's the only one that uses it.
Guys, let me know in the comments below. Does my girlfriend get the gift card and I cannot spend it?
Well, of course, Jess is going to support Jess. Like, that's just the Jess alliance right there.
Rude. She needs to do a review on it, whatever she buys. That's a good one. I don't know if she would want to be on the channel, but
she's been on the channel.
And I think she did great. She's just not a big fan of like seeing herself on camera. Let's draw again because I have a gift card to give her. I have a $48 gift card to give her. Let's do a drawing. Does that sound good?
Could you also just like throw in $2? Like that just seems cruel. Like, you won this $50 gift card. Here's $48.
Well, what she can do is she can use the code Braveboys and save $2, and then it's like a $50.
Yes. Nice.
All right.
Okay,
Well
we'll
done.
draw one last time. Let's do it.
Oh, 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 oh.
Hey!
Nice.
The unofficial third boy. Nicely done, James.
James, you don't have to hit us up. We'll hit you up.
No, Jess, I'm giving you my $50 gift card, so you have one.
Yes, but minus taxes and shipping, so that doesn't count in her
well,
50.
Well, no. Because if you spend that much, you get free shipping at Organic Price Books.
Oh, that's right. That's right. James, nice. What are the chances?
Is not so secretly like the person propping up the entire comics YouTube community, and just like we all exist because like James does the work behind the scenes for us.
I really hope my mom's not in the chat for this, but the other day I tested him. I was like, "What's my address?" He's like, "Well, I have 2 addresses for you," and he listed off both of my addresses. Like, how does he know where my parents live?
Nice. I love it. That's hilarious. Dude, the first time he said what your address is, he was like, you don't even know where I live. And he goes, "Isn't your address bleep 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 bleep?" And I was like, wow, that was spot on.
And then he goes, "And Jordan, you live in this city." Blah, blah, blah.
Yeah. He probably knows what my address is now. Oh, that was great. All right, bye everybody.
No, everyone just dropped.
Yeah.
Oh, it's like the old days of Brave and the Boys when it's just, you know, the host talking to each other and there's no one in the comments.
Oh, those were the cute days.
Those were the days where the passion was, where the fun was. We talked about that. You can go back and watch that at the 20-minute mark.
Ooh.
He tried. Omnibuddy tried to make your mom joke to me today. And I fucked with him. I was like, "She's still alive?" That was kind of funny.
Oh my god.
James is not only able, he's been enabled to get free goodies from Organic Price Books. Yes, that did get very dark.
Immediate.
But
well,
oh my goodness. Any questions that we should be? Wow.
Well, I was gonna say, since you know, we just had the big crescendo there. I guess probably the last question I have for you guys is we're celebrating 100 videos here. What can we expect for the next 100 the Brave and the Boys videos?
So I think we have planned what the next channel is. Yeah. The next video that should be uploading on the channel. What did I record? I recorded something for the first time in like
Jordan
a month.
has 2 videos in the pipeline. I don't know what it's going to be. It could be a review of the most overrated comic.
There we go.
Oh, dang!
So
and
the next
Jordan
video
should
going
also
up on
do
channel
his
is...
yeah. Is it that? Next,
yeah.
I never conquered brisket. I'll make you amazing pulled pork. It'll be delicious, but ribs are my white whale. It is my absolute dark victory.
Run me through. Post
one of your questions. Wait, hold on.
Post one of your comments.
Wait, is that Joel?
Because
I have Joel questions. We haven't.
You asked one though, didn't you?
No. So, this was. I actually, Joel, your question. I was going to say, is that Joel?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. So
it's
actually,
also Spider-Man.
Yeah. So Joel had actually one of my favorite questions, and this was I so wanted to do truth or dab on my favorite one that he asked, especially because Jess, we know, is still watching, and now we have Isabel here. So Joel wants to know, how much do you boys think that you have spent on your collections in your lifetime?
That's a video I want to make. Damn, I have no idea. That is a video I've been wanting to do though. Count the amount of books, that are there and then multiply it by 100 because that's the average price of an Omni. And then I still have more. So
I don't know. I mean, thousands at this point.
yeah.
Like I remember, like especially with the fact that, like, for you guys who don't know, I didn't start collecting Marvel until this year. So, like,
Let's say 10,000, maybe.
I mean, okay, so here, Jordan, try to answer. I could go to In Stock Trades, who I used to use before. What's nice about them is you can get an Excel spreadsheet of what your collection costs, and that is like a couple thousand. But I've also I buy primarily from organic price books. I've bought in from Amazon, Target. I've bought in tons from Reddit, from Facebook.
Yeah.
Sometimes, you know, and it I don't even know, but like
I
really hope my mom isn't watching.
I have hundreds of like single issues. So those are what?
I didn't even consider those.
That I'm considering everything. That's why I was like probably 10 at this point, maybe. Yeah, like this is a video I want to make where I go through and I rack up and I count how much the MSRP is for each book and give a total like dollar amount, even though it's not how much I paid. Because, you know, if you use our channel sponsor, Organic Price Books, you can save $2 off on your purchase using Braveboys. That was my
Jess
first time
asked me if she can go to a Carrie Underwood concert in November with her sisters. I'm gonna say yes if she gives me her OPB gift card.
Jess,
I'm just kidding.
Jess, if you're still watching, I give you.
Yes.
You can absolutely go to that Carrie Underwood show.
Definitely.
Damn, James Abel saying that OmniDog doesn't spend money on books.
That is okay. So that is actually a super deep cut comment that that Jess got accused of. I want to say it was on his Spectre video where this guy was like just going to town on him, and he was saying like, "You're not a true fan because you get your books for free, and you didn't know about this, you know, very very specific fact." And it was this like comment that was like this long, and it was so out of the blue, and Jess was just like, "I'm not gonna respond to all of this, but I don't get my books for free." And he was like, "Oh, the other stuff still stands, but I retract that part." And it was super funny.
I bet he hit it with a peace and love.
Everybody, hey, you should check out the last live stream because I talked about that for a little bit, and
Really?
it was very unpopular. Yeah.
I think.
So Jake,
overrated.
Should we expect ribs on Monday? I don't know if I'm
I
going to
need
be
a
free Monday, by
smoker.
the way. I have no idea. I might work on Monday.
Are we hanging out Monday?
I don't know. Are we?
Maybe.
If you guys are wondering, I've got plans. Sorry.
We're hoping that you would fly out actually, and then or hike
Yeah,
out.
I got that. I would love. We should go for a hike. I am so down for that.
Hike across America.
I
That'd be
sold my
nice.
hiking boots. Okay, I'm gonna be
There's
honest.
no other way that you
The
can
book I
propel it
read
now.
recently, that I thought was overhyped. I'm not gonna say this is the most overhyped book ever. I bought the Immortal Iron Fist omnibus, and I really loved the beginning of it, the first half of it. I even included it in my book of Marvel omnibuses that people should read. But I felt like by the ending, I didn't like it as much. So I thought, I feel like after the tournament, it really kind of plateaued. Yeah.
Robert. Yeah.
Torsten is telling the truth here. That is actually what's going to be going on.
Celtics.
Yeah, buddy. So Joel had another good one as we're kind of wrapping up here. So you guys talked before about your favorite characters. We listed out top 3, but what we haven't done is talk about really the people that make those stories possible. And so for each of you, and I'm gonna be real cruel. No honorable mentions. Favorite writer, favorite artist.
Favorite artist is easy for me. Favorite artist is Danny Warren Johnson.
DWJ, right there.
I know. And anything that comes out with his name on it, it's like that for me.
Except for a Duo Powerbomb.
It's back there.
Oh, you finally got it?
I'll go grab it right now.
I'm gonna wait for the deluxe.
Okay, listen here. You said we're going to do a power bomb on the live stream, and I was like, okay, I guess I'll go buy it. So I physically went to go buy it.
And then I unfortunately canceled because it was.
And then you
finals week and I
canceled the
worked
live
50
stream.
hours
So
that
now,
week.
yeah. Favorite writer? That's a hard one.
You could also just say Daniel Warren Johnson and be done with it.
I could.
Then I'll do Darwin Cook for both. No. I mean, it sounds like a cop out for me, but I have to go Tom King for my favorite artist, which I'm going to pull up. My favorite Tom King
I
art.
have seen Tom King's artist. Yeah, it's a bold claim right there.
Oh. Wait, in case Fire Guy Ryan watches this, he's my favorite comic book writer.
Yes.
No, Tom King is not my favorite artist, but Tom King is my favorite writer. So he has written multiple of my favorite books. Supergirl, Woman of Tomorrow. He wrote my Batman run, Mr. Miracle. So many amazing books. Artists, I love how Darwin Cook does art, but I wouldn't say he's my favorite. I think when I look at the art that I'm most blown away by, I really like I can only choose one. I like Frank Quietly.
Okay, I've decided. My favorite.
No thoughts?
Favorite writer is. I mean, Frank Quietly. I mean, he speaks for himself, right? Like.
No, he's
art.
quiet. He doesn't speak
I think
up.
he has.
Yeah.
Okay, was that terrible?
I was going to say, no, I'm pretty sure he has a publicist, so you did a better one.
Favorite writer. There's so many I want to say, but Mike Mignola.
Okay, all right.
Favorite writer, Hellboy, fantastic series, fantastically written. Right.
And then Jake, you said Frank Quietly.
I'm torn. I also really like Gary Frank, but
no waffling.
No,
I'm making you choose one.
That's why there's so many others I wanted to say, but yeah.
Okay,
and
no, I'm gonna say Gary Frank. Gary Frank is my favorite artist. Tom King is my favorite writer. Oh no, but
nope. We're moving on.
Okay,
all right,
moving on.
So wrapping up. Last question.
Okay.
So, what can we expect? You know, we know we've got Jordan's 2 videos in the pipeline, but what sorts of videos? Like, I don't need a rundown of every video that's coming out, but what can we expect for the channel for the next 100 when we meet back here for 200?
Definitely more in-depth reviews. That'll be coming from me because those are my favorite kind of videos to make.
More kind of that Earth 1 style that you did.
Yeah, Earth 1 or what? I did another one.
Avenged Sevenfold. You went and reviewed all 7 albums.
That was a good one. Jake still gives me flack for that one.
Wait, is that what file format you listen to the Avenged Sevenfold in?
Avi, that or Wham.
Oh, Omni, buddy. First you kill my mom, and then you tease my videos.
Well, and that's after Nick said maybe you guys can start a good channel.
You know what? I want you to know, Omni, buddy. After I saw your videos, I bought 200 feet of colored light strip lightings, and one day, maybe this 3-day weekend, I'm stealing your thing. I'm lighting up my calyxes.
Also, I did Silver Surfer.
Okay, I like that because that was my first time editing Jordan's video.
Oh no,
and God, like there was like parts he gets mad at himself and frustrated, and I was like, gotta cut this darkness. Okay, so I think next couple ones I have the idea. I'm gonna do Sunday edition. I'm gonna do something stealing the children, and then I was thinking I don't know how it'll go, but I'm gonna go to my parents' house.
Talk about what kind of content we're making.
Yes, I'm gonna do a video where I open up my single issues, my floppies, and see what I have because I don't remember. But overall, I think I'm gonna try to keep doing the shorts because the shorts are a good way to fill in the gaps for content. I think like 70% of new subscribers find us from shorts, which is wild.
Crazy.
Definitely more live streams of just Jordan and I. I would still love to do interviews, but I don't want them to be a crutch anymore. I would really love to do more collabs with my fellow jabronis. Everyone has such interesting channels, and And I don't want them to be so much as interviews, as more just like, let's talk about comics, you know, and more reviews for sure.
Yeah, that sounds like everything that we'll be doing within 100. So what do you think?
Hey,
Like,
is that Marvel's Monster Edition still on sale for $45 on on CGN?
no, was it really?
Yeah,
And no
it
one
was on
told
the
me.
Nick and I don't know. You don't even have an extra bookshelf for it.
I have that one now. That's added. That's new.
I don't think there's enough space on there for Marvel's Monster Edition.
You would be impressed how much space is on there. I custom fitted those shelves over there.
And I think most importantly, there will be more bunk memes coming later down the pipeline.
Oh yeah.
That's what the people were looking for. You know, the first 100 videos are like, these are good, but there's not enough bunk memes. So the people are at rest now. The people can go to sleep.
I'm changing my favorite artist to Josh Greathouse.
That's the only right answer.
You don't need to bow to him. He didn't even bother showing up. I was gonna say,
I know what a dick.
I know. He's the lowest level mod. Come on.
True. Okay, guys, thank you so much for watching. Thank you so much for supporting us, being friends, you know, and giving me advice and helping me not crazy obsess over my videos. Thank you for giving me support. It means the absolute world to me. Oh my God, I said absolute again, which Bunk just pointed out I said too many times in my recent video.
No, you pointed out absolutely. I said means the world to me.
Keep reading and stay
bold.
Brave.
Wow,
Oh,
he picked
Bunk.
his favorite one.
No, I say brave. Jordan says bold, and you say bunk.
And stay bunk.
Bold.
Okay. Good night, guys.
Bye, all.